Good morning, podcast fans. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're good. Good morning. I am in an Airbnb in Perth. I thought I would turn on my very shiny face, and I thought I'd vlog my adventures at Perth Festival of Yarn. Perth Festival of Yarn. We are in an Airbnb on the top of a hill overlooking Perth. I'm going to be completely backlit, but this is my view. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, I am sharing an Airbnb with 4 wonderful women, 3 of whom are working the event. So there's me and Laura, who are guests. But yes, and you will see them multiple times during the vlog probably. The guys who are working have just gone, and we are about to get ready to go ourselves. And I'll take you around with me. It's all very exciting. Because first festival in person since pandemic. Anyway, I am wearing knitted today. This is the bird watcher top, which was knitted by the lovely Gemma of the Midnight Diary. Realised she didn't like it. I went, can I have it? It's in her merino tencel base, and I think, is this Purple Rain, Gemma? I think it might be Purple Rain. Anyway, I'm wearing it with a maxi skirt, and I'm very excited. I am representing the other obsession, Dungeons and Dragons, with my sparkly D20 earrings. 3 of the girls today are wearing dice dresses, the same dice dress. So that's going to be fun. We're going to try and get a D&D crew picture later with me as DM. And 3 of them are my players, so that'll be fun. Yeah, I haven't brought my mini tripod with me today, so you're at arm's length, which my arm's starting to hurt. So this is going to be an interesting one. We will see how we do. It's a lovely day. The sky is gorgeous. Looking out over mountains over there and like a big old hill there with a hill fort on it. Yeah, I'm happy with this situation. Hello. Thank you. We are here. It's really warm. It's really warm. I'm quite cool actually in the merino tencel, so it's fine. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of walking around a little bit, finding an exit, walking around a little bit. But I will take you round in a bit once we've got our bearings, and I have purchased something, but I'll show you that later. It's dinner time! Okay. Can you tell what we have? Us neither. One thing, you're in the mirror. One thing about this house is there's quite a lot of stuff. And one of the things that there are many of are penguins. So we made scarves for the penguins. So this one has a gorgeous Sally scarf. People in the know will know what I'm talking about. And then we have, do we know what colourways these are?
That one's Secret Garden.
That's Secret Garden. Helen's hiding from the camera because we're both in our PJs, whereas Laura's
ready.
Laura's ready for the day and ready to go. And then this little, I don't know if you can see him because he's black. There we go. That makes him more visible.
Yay!
Yay! And then we've got the crystal one up here. Hi. And then the little pink one up there. Yes, we're nuts.
We're one short.
Are we one short?
I'm going to make a tiny crochet chain for this little guy.
Love it. Oh, no, we're 2 short.
Oh, where's the other one?
Because the one in front of you that hasn't got a scarf.
Where? No, we were. I had him and I just miscounted.
Yeah, we need to.
And tiny little crochet chain for the baby.
Yeah, or an I-cord.
Yeah. No.
I'll do an I-cord.
Okay, you do.
So there you go. Oh, you want us to show and tell?
We will show and tell.
I'm totally keeping that bit in because I
Were
think
you
I just
recording
got you.
already?
I think I just got you. I think I just got you. I don't want to get anyone else in the background because that's mean. It's mean. I haven't said hello to the camera. This is weird, talking to myself while other people are around me. And they're now messing with me. I'm wearing my love note today. I'm surrounded by love notes.
Yeah. Why did I
I'm going to show you Laura in a minute.
come round?
Yeah, no. I'll show everyone at the table in a minute. I'll stand up. Anyway, hello. It's day 2. We've had a very lazy morning. You would have seen that we logged into coffee morning. They're talking weirdly behind the camera. There's Laura. Hello. We're having lunch. We just had a very nice lunch, much better than yesterday's. Yes.
I didn't have to walk further to get mine yet.
Yeah, exactly. There were vegan options. Amazing. And yes, we're just into the afternoon session. Apparently this morning has been deader than the fabled dodo. So we're going to have time to chat today, I think, which will be lovely. And I will take you around properly. And then tonight I will show you all of the purchases. This is how we sort out the purchases.
This isn't
Laura
the purchase.
style. Is it not the purchase? What
No,
is it?
this is my blanket.
This is the blanket. Oh God. Oh good, that's okay then. I was like, have you purchased all of this?
I wish.
Where was I?
Oh.
Hello everyone. I have a cold. It is Wednesday. I have been home for a day and a bit. I was at work yesterday. I've just taken a sick day because I feel like poo. I just had a hat on, so apologies for the hair. Yeah. Post-travel sniffles turn into full-blown cold today. I feel like poo. There are multiple other words I could use, but not for a family show. But yes, I'm here to show you what I bought so that I can then edit this and get it up for my Patreon subscribers. So, I am very glad I took a holdall packed in my suitcase, and I'm also very glad I flew business class and was able to have 2 hold bags. Because I used that holdall. You know when you go, I'm not going to buy much. So, first things first. First purchase that I made in the whole of Perth Festival of Yarn was this gorgeous thing. This, now I apologise for the light, it's coming from this way. This is a Woolly Originals bag. It is machine knit that way. And it is using the lovely Ellen, who is Mrs. Lamb's Yarns, or Kalok Shek Ellen, there we go, on Instagram. And they're dragon boats. But yeah, this is Ellen's yarn. And then this is Jameson's of Shetland. It's not Jameson and Smith, it's J of S rather than J and S. But it's Shetland wool. Yeah, and I've wanted a Woolly Originals bag for a long time, and every time I've gone to their stall at they don't do a lot of shows, but the very few shows that I've been to, they have either got designs in because I wanted this size. They've either got designs in the size that I wanted, but not the designs that I liked, or the designs that I wanted in the bigger bags and therefore more expensive. So this is a £40 bag. It is machine knitted fabric. The lady who runs Woolly Originals, she comes up with all the patterns herself. This one she had to, normally the knitting is, so rows, no, stitches, rows. But because of the long design of the dragon boat, she actually had to flip it that way. So there's a lot of work that goes into these, and it's very clever. This was done, obviously, not obvious. It's not obvious. This was done around Lunar New Year in 2021, and the fabric. This is the interior fabric. Let's see if that'll focus. Don't look at my face. There we go. So this fabric is the lining as well. Detachable hook as well, which is always cool. But it's one of those bags that you can hang around and just walk around with your knitting or your crochet. I already have a project in here. This was the sock that I took with me. I got from, I think about there, yeah, there on the plane. So yes, I've turned the heel and I am doing the gusset decreases right now. But that is a Christmas present for a friend. Anyway, but it's in there. I've got pins on here as well. There we go. So I've got my Yarn Maiden pin, and my Don't Trust a Smiling DM, or Beware of the Smiling DM. And I've lost one of my, I need to put locking or lockable pin backs on this one. But yes, I will put the link to Yarn Maiden is from It's a Stitch Up, and Smiling DM is from a company called Everyday Pin. I'm not sure. Anyway, background noise. Specifically on my shopping list was, oh God, Angelina, was getting some non-superwash 4-ply, and there was a lovely Scottish, I think they're an LYS, they had lots of different brands of yarn, and oh, I can't remember what they're called. That's awful, isn't it? Nope, can't remember, but I'll put it on the screen. And I bought some Kinross 4-ply. Now Kinross is, I think, between Perth and Edinburgh, if I'm not mistaken. This is 100% superfine lamb's wool. I got 250 grams skeins. I am testing a new Tunisian crochet colourwork mitten for Ava Nee. So this is the reason why I wanted to get this done, because I am going to ball these up and start my gauge swatch. But yeah, it's from wecountyarns.co.uk, Kinross 4-ply, and I've got quartz and Scots pine, and this is a gorgeous like greeny blue. I wonder if it's gonna, there we go. Anyway, 205 meters to 50 grams, 3.25 millimeter needles. We County Yarns, hand wash only, spun in Scotland by Todd and Duncan. There we go. There's some arguments going on in the background. Hopefully this is not picking up, but if it is, I apologise. Right, I'm going to apologise for the crinkling now. Okay, next, and we're going again. Okay, so next from So Yarnalicious, let's see if that'll focus, there we go. I got this gorgeous little bag. It's otters, aren't they cute? This is another one that's like a little sock bag, but again, you put it around your wrist and it'll, yeah, and you can do stranded because you've got this tiny little popper which can demarcate. So I might actually put my Kinross 4-ply in there once it's balled up. But yeah, lovely little stand that was in the ballroom opposite Celia McWheely and Giddy Yarns. And I also got a little sticker from them, cool, which says Knitting Graduate, which is always cute. None of that, I need to talk about that yarn later. I then went to see Ducky Darlings. I think her name is Hayley. Hello there. She was one of the only people at the show who was like, "You're Sophie off the telly." It was brilliant. Anyway, so I went to Ducky Darlings and I got two, and I apologise for the crinkling and also the glare, 2 sock blanks. She had 66 sock blanks and 72 stitch, and these are going to be Christmas presents for some of the men in my life. So I got the 72 stitch. One is Carsington Water, which is on merino nylon, and then this one is called Ocean, which is on BFL nylon. You can't really see, but it's lovely green and blues. And then when that happened, I went to Giddy Yarns, and Helen was being helped by Jem of the Little Grey Girl this weekend. They were in our Airbnb, as you will have seen, and Jem helped me pick out colours to do. It's late. It's midweek. It's very much hump day. The small person is very tired. She's just had a swimming lesson as well today. Anyway, the lovely Jem of Little Grey Girl helped me pick out some colours. Now, we were looking for navy, but Helen had no more BFL navy minis, so we went with this for that sock blank. And then I decided that I wanted 3 colours for this one, and so we went with these colours, which I think will go lovely. So yes. So those are the sock blanks and their corresponding mini. So that was Giddy Yarns as well. Next, who else did I see? Oh, she's not a happy soul. My souvenir skein for the Saturday is this Gobstopper Ball of Gorgeousness, which is the Highlands colourway by Giddy Yarns. Helen had a vast amount of self-striping. There was a lot of Gobstopper balls, but she was the only... There were some self-stripings that were at the festival, but she was the only one with Gobstopper balls that I could see. So they went fast. She ran out of this colour on the Saturday. I think I got the last ball. Bless her, Henny Penny Makes Erin couldn't go because she got pinged, so she... so Helen had her yarn on her stand as well, so she had Henny Penny Makes and also Giddy Yarns on her stand, and I think Erin had also asked for one of these, so Helen had thankfully snagged this and put it away early on in the show. But I think she ran out of this. She ran out of her Halloween colourway by the end of Saturday. I think Saturday was really busy. It was still well maintained, and it was nice to have those extra those 2 sessions so that the vendors could have a break for lunch in halfway. I think that is one of the best things about a yarn show, is if you give your vendors a lunch break, even if it's half an hour. But yeah, that worked really well. So that was my souvenir skein for Saturday. Then we also visited the lovely Jo, who is So Can Jo, who this was her first festival, vending her bags, and I bagged a So Can Jo for me and for Julia, because Julia asked me to mule this. I basically offered my services as a yarn mule to some friends. And then I also got myself a voucher, which I don't know if I should show you, but there, she was doing vouchers because she had some sample fabric as well as made up bags, and I saw some sample fabric and I went, I want that voucher. So I've got myself a voucher number 2, for a large So Can Jo bag. So yes, very, very cool. Next, I think that was all my purchases for Saturday. Let's just quickly look at this bag. That was, yeah, that's for, yeah, okay, I'll do that in a minute. I think that was it, because these were all bought. Ooh, these were all bought on, yes, okay. So that was Saturday. That was my kind of, I want to get these things. Like sock snakes was a thing that I had on my list. I wanted a souvenir skein. I wanted yarn for the... Actually, So Yarnlicious, this bag was a Sunday purchase. Yeah, so I was relatively restrained. It was more kind of bags, my voucher, and the yarn bits that I had wanted to do for test and presents. The lovely Gemma from the Midnight Diary also asked me to yarn mule for her because she wanted to support Katie, who is Celie McWheely. So she asked me to go and grab her a bat and also a bat of spinning fibre and also a skein of yarn from Katie that she's going to be using as prizes, podcast prizes. So you see them here first, but you'll also see them on the Midnight Diary podcast. If you haven't subscribed already, why the hell not? Go over there, pause this, go and subscribe to the lovely Gemma. She is blinking awesome. Right. I asked Katie to pick me out her favourite colourway, and she picked out Kaylee. Now, Kaylee is inspired by a character on Firefly. I have not seen Firefly, but I have been told in no uncertain terms that some of my friendships will be on the line if I do not watch Firefly. So I'm going to be watching Firefly. And then I kind of don't want to get it out because, yeah. Okay. This thing, basically, I was finding bits of silver and blue Angelina on everything. This is the most gorgeous bat. But this Angelina gets everywhere. Anyway, I don't remember what it's called. There is a card somewhere that says what it's called. It is Tempest. It's Tempest. But I've put it in 2 paper bags so I can protect all the Angelina, and it still is. Anyway, so that is going to be I have joked with Gemma that because I'm obviously going to enter this giveaway, these podcast giveaway, but I have joked, what if I've yarn milled this all the way and then I bring it back, I bring it down to you, and then I win it anyway? It'd be hilarious if that's what happened. Anyway, so yes, sorry for the crinkling. So those are podcast prizes for the lovely Gemma. I've also bought some gifts for a lovely friend as well, which I won't show you because I know that they watch this, but also the lovely Ali asked me to mule her a thistle pin from the knitting gift shop. So those are things for other people. Right, and then on Sunday was kind of more frivolous spending. So let's do Ellen first. I went and got the skein of the gift for my friend, which I'm not showing, from Ellen. She also had some gorgeous... is this one undone itself? No, we're okay. She had some gorgeous embroidery threads as well, so which are hand dyed. So yeah, I've got like a sage and a light blue and a magenta and a orangey yellow and a brown, which I have no idea what they'll become, but they're going to be something special. And then no, we'll do this in a minute. I went to So Yarnlicious and got my otter bag. We've done that. And then we went a bit fiberlicious. So I took my electric eel nano, my purple one, my little purple e-spinner, up with me because both Laura and Helen wanted to have a go on it to see if they wanted to buy a spinning wheel, or one of them, or try out spinning. Laura also tried out a spinning wheel at the Celie McWheely stand, and has bought herself a spinning wheel already. And Helen, I think, is going to buy a nano as well. So I have totally enabled people in the spinning world. Now, in the same room as Giddy Yarn, Celie McWheely, Ellen of Kalokshek Ellen, this is Lamb's Yarns, was Wish You, EWE, were here. They're not on Instagram, but they are on Facebook, and they do have a website. Lovely couple. He's the dyer and the spinner, and they produce fibre and handspun. So I got myself a skein of gorgeous handspun. This is called, it's not actually got a name, but yeah, it's just barber poling gloriousness. It's gorgeous, but it's 142 meters to 100 grams, so I would say, although there's some quite fine bits here, I'm gonna say light worsted to an Aran. It's definitely not chunky, although there are some chunky bits, but it's just gorgeous, and I have no idea what it's going to become, but I want to put it with something. But it is 100% merino. So there's that one. And then I also bought some braids from them. Now I bought one braid from them, and they gave me a lovely deal on it. Was it that one? I can't remember which one I bought from them. No, so I bought this one. So this is the braid I bought from them. So it's got blues and yellows and grey blues and this shock of magenta and some browns and going back to blues. This is their hair colourway, as in rabbit with longer ears and longer legs. So that's that. And then, because I'd sent people their way, both Helen and Laura, who were in our Airbnb, both wanted to buy some fibre to start kind of do some more of their spinning. Helen, I think, has a drop spindle already. I kind of took them over there and we were talking it through and looking at how yarn would spin up and all that kind of stuff. And Helen came back to the Airbnb that evening after they'd packed up and brought this. And they had gifted me another skein. Now this is called Sunflower. Isn't that flipping gorgeous? Oh, but yeah, they'd gifted me a braid to kind of say thank you for sending people their way. And we had a really, really long chat about kind of marketing and setting up on Instagram, and I pointed them in Gemma's direction, Gemma Little Grey Girl, because she has Gem & Co, which is basically her business is supporting small businesses to kind of grow in terms of their website and their internet presence and their social media and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Gem is... we all actually had some really interesting chats with Gem over the weekend about how to grow business, how to get yourself a bit more online, all that kind of stuff. So, and I've got a collaboration coming up with Gem for her Little Grey Girl yarn business, which is very exciting. So, yes. So that was Wish You Were Here. I also went to Sealy McWheely and bought a skein of glittery. This is the Kaylee colourway, but on it is 95% merino, 5% stellina sparkle, 100 gram braid. It is, so I really do need to watch. And it also goes really well with this one. I was definitely on a purple tealy kick. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, purple. Wow. I definitely do have a colour palette. Anyway, and I also bought and I've put this in a bag as well, which showed you the next vendor that I went to. This is a bat again from Sealy McWheely called Who Do You Think You're Kidding, which is BFL and silk. It's just, and it's flipping, oh, it's lovely. But this is the bits of silk, these bigger bits, so it's gonna create an interesting art yarn, I think. So that's Sealy McWheely. Yes. Oh my God, blue Angelino everywhere. Now, last place I got for fibre. Yes, have I got everything? Yes. Was Flora Fibers, who are a plant fibre, so vegan yarn vendor. And they had yarn and they also had fibre. So I got 3 braids of different fibre from different plants. So this is pineapple. Which is a gorgeous blue, and they're dyed with natural dyes as well. So this is dyed with indigo, 50 grams. Pineapples, it's soft, but it's got some to it. It kind of feels like raw silk to me. Then you've got banana, which just the sheen on this is gorgeous. And again, dyed using indigo, and this is 50 grams. And then to go to the really sheeny, this is rose, which is dyed using indigo and madder. You can see the madder in there with the pinky tones. Now this, I think, is going to felt like yeah, it's already felting here. This is going to be really hard to spin, I think. My plan is that I'm going to spin singles in each of them and then 3-ply them all together. And I think it'll make a really interesting yarn. I have just received some of Dye Candy's Kickstarter, or as a crowdfunder for her new yarn, her planty yarn, which has got banana and pineapple fibres in it with merino. So that'll be really interesting to kind of compare that to once I've spun this up. So yeah, I think those are my purchases. Yes, they're my purchases. I also, because I spent the weekend with amazing, creative yarn and fibre businesses, I also have got a commission and at least two crochet samples that I've been commissioned to do. So I've got a design commission and I've got two samples to do. So the first one is it this one? Yes. So this is both of my samples are from Giddy Yarns. Sample commissions are from Giddy Yarns. So this is Dusk by Giddy Yarns. It's just gorgeous. Such a lovely colourway. On her merino nylon base, I'm going to do a sample of my Budding into Bloom shawl. My most recent design is going to be in that one, and that's going to go on her festival stand. I'm hoping I can get this done by Glasgow Yarn Show. I think it's called Glasgow Yarn Show, which is at the end of October. Send that out to her. And then we sat and we looked through some... Oh, where's that not got yarn? Oh, I know why that's not got yarn bad. We sat and looked through some crochet samples because we were looking at how we could do at least a 2-colour crochet design that wasn't necessarily mine, that I wasn't going to come up with, basically. I am designing... Can I say that yet? Yes, I can. I am designing the crochet pattern for her 12 Days of Christmas box. More details from her to follow. But we looked at some of the patterns that I already have in my library that I've already done, what I love, what I don't love, and we decided on a 3-skein shawl, a 3-colour shawl, and I'm going to do a Hotel of Bees with these. So this is Rabbit and Eeyore from her Winnie the Pooh collection, and this is a new but will be repeatable colourway that she's putting into her Stephen Weshel. In fact, oh no, it's not that. So one of her stripes, her purpley stripes one, I cannot remember what that colourway is called, that she had for the weekend. That's one of the colours in that stripe, but she has dyed up full skeins for her to do her Westnitz MCAL in that colour. So I don't know what the name of this one is. I will ask her before I press publish and I'll put it on the screen. But yes, Eeyore is a big seller for her. It's such a gorgeous colourway. It's kind of got this base of grey, but with I don't know if that's gonna focus. But greys and blue. So grey, blues, pinks, some yellow, no, it's yellow. I'm in there, but very subtly speckled Eeyore. And then Rabbit is slightly more heavily speckled, with like pinks and purples and browns and yellows. It's gorgeous. So there's tones of both, but the middle skein in both of these. So that'll be really nice. So this is going to be Hotel of Bees, which is a Christina Haddering design. That is where we've put a deadline of East Anglia Yarn Festival, which is next March. So I have slightly longer to make that for her. Obviously, if I get it done before then, that's good because she can use it in like online stuff. But yes, so those are sample commissions. Okay, so that's me. The bag is empty. It was a wonderful weekend. I got lots of designing done. I finished writing up a design, or rather the actual like instructions of it on the plane coming back. I have a commission for another design which I've got an absolutely clear idea of what I want to do with it. Just spending, like, despite the fact that I've got a hideous cold, just spending time with these creative, wonderful people. Like my Airbnb, there was 5 of us in there, and we're all creative. We all have ways in which we show that creativity through yarn. So whether it's dyeing yarn or creating patterns, or creating project bags or whatever, and just bouncing off people like that. Not just talking about yarn and the yarn business, but just being together with people who share the same interests as me and doing something a bit different has just got my brain fizzing. So there's, I'm excited. I'm tired. That's what a week of being in a different bed, being in a different place, generally having FOMO because you want to stay up and talk to everyone, and therefore get tired. But wonderful. I just feel wonderful. So the next thing I am doing in terms of like in person with people is the Lay Family Retreat, Woolay Retreat. In December, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm sharing with Helen and Laura, Lonely Knitter Laura again, and then we've got some other people. We've got Helen, Helen is already there, I've already said that. We've got Georgie from the Fiber Fox, Joe from Second Joe, and Sharon from SEO1 TNO are in our Airbnb. So 6 of us in a lovely little Airbnb, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's made me even more excited for that weekend. I was already excited because I get to meet Kelly. But now, having spent that time with these wonderful people who I'd only met Laura of Lonely Knitter in person before our Airbnb. Like, Helen and I have been talking for most of the last 2 years online on Instagram, and then she's part of my D&D group. Laura Devlin, who is Athos Yarns, on Instagram, it's the same. I've been part of her kind of sip and stitch online presence with in Gemma the Midnight Diary sip and stitch group. Laura I've met before, Lonely Knitter Laura, I've met her before. Gem I'd never met before, and we'd not really interacted before as well. So she was completely new, but actually, like, completely, there's some things that we're like completely on the same wavelength about, which is really nice. And she lives in my hometown, so when I go down to Maidstone, I can go and see her. And she lives in my hometown, so when I go down to Kent, I'll be popping in to see her, so that'll be awesome. Yeah. As you can tell, very happy, very full of cold. So I'm going to go and make sure that they're not killing each other upstairs. Thank you so much for joining me on my lovely weekend away. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Obviously, if you do enjoy my vlogs and want to continue supporting me, I'm going to put the Ko-fi account details down in the thing. Watch this space for things. Yeah, now that we're getting back into the routine of school and normal working hours, although it's only 4 weeks to half term. Yeah, I'm hoping to kind of get myself sorted again, so that'll be good. Anyway, love you all. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I hope you've enjoyed my vlog, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.